How's about I was popping this D while react to this vid. This is when you first thought this person isn't normal while having conversations with someone. This is interesting because I have definitely had these realizations before with people. Not even having conversations with them, but it was things that happened. And I was like, this nigga ain't right in the head. He got some screws missing. But at that point, I was already fucking with them. I was like, fuck, I'm already with them now. So, shit, I'm figuring this out a little too late. This has happened in past relationships, a couple of them actually. I was like, something ain't right with him upstairs. And then as time passed, that got revealed more and more. Anyway, let's see what they talking about though. Let's watch. Why do I play music? What does this have to do?
This past week, I had some friends come over, and the one girl was like, hey, like, I have a friend that's not gonna do anything tonight, like, can she join us? And I'm like the kind of person who's like more than married, so of course she came over, and it was fine. I'm completely okay with that. She's talking to us. She's like, yeah, like, I hit a deer like last, and it was like super nonchalant. She was like, yeah, like, I hit a deer last week, like, whatever, no big deal, like, everyone hits a deer, like, one time in their life, whatever. And I was like, oh my god, like, did you kill it? Like, is it still alive? Like, did you call the police? Like, what happened? And she goes, yeah, it was still alive. So, like, I really didn't know what to do. And so I just took, like, a giant rock and, like, I rocked it to death until, like, it died. And, like, me and my boy look at her and we're like, what did you just say? I was like, you rocked the deer to death? And she was like, yeah, like, I wanted to put out its misery. I was like, you didn't call, like, 911 to, like, me to come and shoot it or something? Like, you rocked the deer to death? Just super nonchalant.
Nah, bitch, you gotta get out of my house. I don't trust you at this point.
If the person that you are talking to says that they are furry, that believes that having sex with animals that are sentient is morally okay, do not affiliate yourself with them.
Nigga,
okay?
Who do you hang around?
I've gave the benefit of a doubt, and I hung out with a guy like that for 3 years. After 3 years of him berating and...
It took... You hung out with them for 3 years after they said that?
Sending me constant goddamn furry porn after I told him many times not to do that shit because it grosses me out.
So you let this happen several times?
He send more. He got to the point where he became so red-pilled, he became a neo-Nazi, and he tried to tell me to join him. Okay? Because I'm white and I have to. That's what he said. That's my obligation. I said, fuck off. Then he started, this is when I had to block him. He started sending me actual bestiality. Yes. And then after I blocked him, he sent me child porn. And I had to call the cops.
Sir, you stuck around for too long. I'm confused. Why you let all that go on?
I have so many predominantly white horror stories. It's not even funny. So I'm in high school, sophomore year. I find out from one of my friends that my crush said I was he indirectly said I was ugly. And I literally, it was my first white boy crush, but last. I just could never have crushes on boys after that. And so, you know, like I was a little heartbroken. So I called up this friend. She's white, nothing about it. She's just like really good out of all my friends at like taking feelings. We all have that one friend. And she's just over here like listening to me. And I was like, you know, white boy this, white boy that, like, it's so sad, blah, 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 blah. Never said anything about, like, white boys are only my type. That's very important, because then she just goes, Stacey, can I tell you something? I was like, sure. She was like, we all have preferences. Like, I would never date a black man. I would never fuck with black men. Like, that's just not something I would do. And I literally picked up my tears so quick, because I was like, when did I ever say that I would only date white boys? And what, like, why was this, like, a chance for you to throw in your preference? I was so...
Girl, I'm not even gonna comment on that.
July 2019, I just graduated from college. I was preparing to move out of my apartment. My 79-year-old landlord pops over.
These people are weird, alright? So they talking about discovering other people ain't normal. None of y'all are appearing normal to me, for the most part.
For a surprise visit, he apparently went through my things without asking me. He comes out onto the deck and he says, do you have hemorrhoids? I said, why? He said, because I found your prescription hemorrhoid cream. I said, why did you go through my things? He said, well, I just want to let you know that I have hemorrhoids too, and sometimes I can't even lay down without screaming in pain. Then he told me about how he's working to cure his hemorrhoids and how I should too. I don't think that was a normal interaction.
Sis, this wasn't normal. This TikTok you just uploaded wasn't normal. With this monotone voice, this blank ass weird stare. And you telling us that you got hemorrhoids? people are weird. Are they trolling me? Am I being trolled?
Was in Japan, I met someone who I was convinced was a serial killer. This man was a complete stranger to me. I'd never seen him before in my entire life before one night when he walked into the bar. He sat down and he started talking to this couple from Germany. So far, everything is normal until he and them come over and they want to talk to me. When he shook my hand, I went completely cold. Something was so wrong. Never had I ever reacted to someone like this before.
His energy.
The couple was like, "Oh, he's from Texas. Isn't that so cool?" Except this man did not have an accent that was anything Southern. His accent wasn't even an American accent, but they didn't know that because they're not from America. And when he shook my hand, he shook it for way too long, and he grabbed it with both of them, and he just stared at me. He invited me to hang out with him after, and I was like, hell no.
So then you concluded that he killed people? He could have just been weird.
So I was a senior in high school,
girl,
and I had just ended things with a girl over the Christmas break.
I gotta go, sis. I'm sorry.
It changed a little, and I'm going to talk about when I realized I was a little less normal than I thought I was.
I'm glad you're taking accountability, brother, because nobody else in this comp is. They not acknowledging that they ain't normal while they trying to call out other niggas. You are being honest that you ain't too right in the head yourself. I commend you for that.
I sat next to, in the health class, I sat next to like this weird, like, you know, one of those weird white girls? And like weird as in like she wears overalls and her teeth's funky, like that kind of weird. And like she had braces and she had like thin, like
I had braces.
Greasy, like hair, like it was that kind of white girl. And then one day she looked at me, I don't know what was going on. She looked at me one day and she was like, "You're bizarre." And I really like took a moment to like think. I was like, how is she calling me bizarre? First of all, who says the word bizarre? I really had to reevaluate myself. I was like, what do I do that's weird to her? Because she's the weird one. So if she thinks I'm weird,
I gotta go. It's weird as fuck. I gotta go. What the fuck? Am I the only one picking up on this? I don't know. Looking at the top comments, it don't look like they're paying too much attention to these weird people who are making these comments about other weird people when you don't seem too right in the head yourself. I'm so confused. It's so ironic, but okay. A part of me feels like they're trolling, but another part of me feels like they're not. It felt very genuine, unless they're great actors. But it felt very genuine. Yeah, none of these niggas was normal. This was weird. Y'all let me know what y'all thought. Let me know what other videos you want me to watch, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!